ojúmọ́ ire o, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀ nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi. Mo ṣe Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ o. As you join, please tap on your screen. Please tap on your screen. Keep tapping on your screen. Let me know where you are streaming from today. Dr. Yomi, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà ni o. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa lénìí, mo ṣe Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ o. Grand rising to every one of us as we join today. For those of you on YouTube, Dr. Yomi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ sọ bóyá YouTube video yẹn clear lénìí. Pauline from Akure, Àbọrú, Àbọyè o, ojúmọ́ ire o. Please keep tapping on your screen. TikTok, very, very, very important. Grand rising. Dr. Yomi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ bóyá fídíò yẹn bẹ́tà lénìí ju tàná lọ. Mo ṣe ogbó atọ́ yín o, ogbó atọ́, ogbó ẹ̀dàn fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọlé Ajíbọ́lá, fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọlé Àbẹ̀ní. Mo ṣe ogbó Aláwòrò lótùfẹ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ awo, fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Ifá. Grand rising to you this morning. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà fún yín o. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa láàárọ̀ yìí, àṣẹ Àbọrú, Àbọyè. As you join, please keep tapping on your screen. 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 Keep liking, keep sharing. Wọ́n ní TikTok, YouTube ò tún clear. It's getting better. Okay. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ o. Please keep tapping on your screen. Very, 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 very important. Welcome to another episode of Àṣẹ for today. Abi, ojúmọ́ ire o, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà. Èní ní ọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá, ọlọ́sẹ̀ àgbà o, èní lọ́sẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, ọlọ́sẹ̀ àgbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá olókun asọ̀rọ̀dayọ̀, Ifá torí ẹni tí ò sún wọn ṣe, á tún ti wá ṣe o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tí YouTube yẹn ó dàbí pé network wọn ni o, torí àti ẹ̀mọ̀ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe báyìí. Grand rising to you as you join. Let's switch the network and see. Ó bá tún ti bẹ́tà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Please keep tapping on your screen. Welcome to another episode of Àṣẹ for today. Those of you on YouTube, please confirm the video quality. Please confirm the video quality. We have been trying to find out what is going on with YouTube since yesterday, because we are using the same network. In fact, the device we are using on YouTube is a higher device than the one on TikTok, and TikTok is super crystal clear. Someone said it's better now. Okay. Eshe Gonio Adupe. Grand rising and welcome to another day. This is Àṣẹ for today. Dr. Yomi Eshe. Please, very important, keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing, and engage. Drop comments, follow, like, subscribe. That is the only way you can encourage us. Waking up every morning like this, we deserve encouragement. It's Àṣẹ for today, our daily live streaming where we delve into the Odù Ifá for each day. We dig into the knowledge of Ifá for every new day. Ifá is more than just I have a problem, I need a solution. Spiritual consultation, sacrifices and appeasement. Ifá is an embodiment of universal knowledge. And just like every other form of knowledge, if you don't study it, if you don't search it, if you don't dig into it, you are not going to get the best of it. So this is us digging into the Odù Ifá for each new day. The hashtag for our live streaming is "My blessing is here now, Àṣẹ, it is done." Every human being is revolving around, I want God to bless me, I want God to bless me, I want God to bless me. Our religion tells us that we pray for that blessing to come from heaven. We pray for that blessing to come down from heaven. No. Spirituality and Ifá tells us that our blessing is here. That is why in Yoruba culture, Yoruba spirituality, we say Ìwúre. Prayer is Ìwúre. Iwu means to dig something out. So we literally wake up every morning to dig up the blessings that is already there. Now, how do you know where to dig up? It's like a farmer that is on his farm and somebody else has planted yam, planted a lot of things there, here and there, and he doesn't know anything about it. They will direct him to the point, oh, the yam is here, the potato is here, the tubers are here, the ginger is here, and then he follows the directions to dig it out. Now Olódùmarè is the one that has planted and dug these blessings in different parts of life for us. And Ifa is that GPS. Ifa ni afini mono. Ifa is the one that shows you the road. Yoruba will say, "Ẹni tí ò bá mọ̀nà, ó máa ń béèrè ọ̀nà ni." If you don't know the way, you ask for directions. Ifa is how we get to ask for directions for each new day. And the entire knowledge of Ifa, like a dictionary or an encyclopedia, contains 256 odus. Those are like chapters. Each of the odu is said to contain almost 400 esse. Imagine. Although we don't have access to all the 400 that we claim to have, but with every new day, we are working here and there to get more and more esses together. Mr. Walker, thank you so much for that. Eshe goni adupe. Ajé abudi fún yín. Ajé will continue to increase it for you. Eshe púpọ̀. Those of you on YouTube, TikTok, we have another target goal this morning. The flash goal for today, TikTok says it is what? He said it is finger heart. He said it is finger heart. So those of you on TikTok, 9 people with the finger heart goal so that we can move from this league to the next one. Ifa ti ń gbáyé lọ báyìí, Ifa is getting more and more audience, more and more exposure. Eshe goni. So every morning like this, we delve into the Odù Ifá. Now, one thing I am super grateful for is the reviews I have been receiving. People sending their messages here and there saying, just by listening to you and applying the wisdom of Ifa, I have seen a lot of changes around me. And that is exactly what it is. Knowledge is what gives you access to power. The moment you apply it, you begin to experience the change. 90%, 80%, 70% of the time, the difference between us and where we want to be is the knowledge we have or the one we don't have, which is why we stress every day on teaching. So today we are delving into another Odù Ifá. And after doing the Idafa this morning, the Odù Ifá that came up for today is Odù Ifá Irete Meji. Odù Ifá Irete Meji is an Oju Odù, Irete Lotun, Irete Losi. It is one of the 16 principal Odus. Please type it in the comment section, Irete Meji. For those of you on TikTok, the flash goal is the finger heart. Check the gift gallery. 9 people, just 9 people. And we have about 50 people on TikTok right now. Irete Meji. Someone said, when are you doing Irete Odunjo? Continue to watch. We will get to that. Just continue to follow. Every day on Ashe for today, we will get to the particular Odu that you are interested in. Irete Meji, Eshe Pupo. Please keep tapping on your screen. Let's make our Iba. Iba is how we pay homage to the powers that be, to the authorities, to those that have made it possible for this new day to break. If you are in night time on your own time zone, or anytime you are watching, gbogbo àwọn agbára tó solé ayé ró, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣèbà fún wọn. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà, àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Please, as we are making Iba, just type Iba share in the comment section. That is the response to the Iba. Iba share is IBA and then Ashe ASA. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà, àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe. Ajagunmalé odúngbò òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà, olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, àṣèbà, àṣèbà alágogo idẹ, àṣèbà àwọn olókìkí òru. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn agbára tó sorí ayé ró, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀fẹ̀ fún lẹ́yìn. Ifá orí mi rèé o, àṣeyé ìpà Ifá, àṣeyé ìpà ẹkùn, àṣèbà òrìṣà, àṣeyé ìpà òrìṣà, àṣèbà ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, àṣemúsòmúsò ẹgbẹ́, àṣe àkíkà ẹgbẹ́, bọ̀rọ̀kíní ayé, bọ̀rọ̀kíní ọ̀run, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Gbogbo agbára tó solé ayé ró, òun la ṣèbà fún. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba, gbogbo níjòyè níjòyè la ṣèbà fún. Mo ṣèbà Ajíbọ́lá, Ajíbọ́lá mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ọ̀rà, mo ṣèbà Ẹdán, mo ṣe Ogbó Atọ́, Ogbó Ẹdán, Ogbó Aláwòrò ló tún fẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọlé Ajíbọ́lá, àníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Gbogbo olúwo, gbogbo ìyá àbíyè, gbogbo gbogbo erelú àwọn òṣùgbó gbogbo omi pátápátá òkèdókè láì dápá kan sí la ṣèbà fún àníkíbà wa ṣe ọ. Ajíbọ́lá mi ò gbódò ọ̀rà mo ṣèbà onílé mo ṣèbà àbẹ̀mí mo ní kíbà wa ṣe ọ. Gbogbo babaláwo babaláwo Iyanifa bàbá lórìṣà ìyá lórìṣà àwọn àpẹ̀tẹ̀ bí àwọn eléwé ọmọ àwọn ìyá àbíyè àwọn tó ń jókòó tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ irúnmọlẹ̀ àṣèbà yín àníkíbà wa ṣe ọ. Èyí lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyin ayò ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbé nínú omi ìyá mi ẹ̀wùjí alágbólódò amáromárò àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣe ó wáyọ̀rìn bí ẹni wa owó bí ẹni wa ọlá bí ẹni wa ọmọ àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣe ọ àníkàwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà. Inú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi la tún fẹ́ wọ̀ lẹ́nu ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tí Ifá mú wá òun ni kó jẹ́ tiwa. Wọ́n ní Ọ̀rúnmìlà ní òrìṣà ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye gbogbo ìtọ́nà tó wà nínú Ifá òun ni kó jẹ́ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kífá tún orí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n níbí kó bá wa tún ṣe. Kífá tó jẹ́ àsọ̀rọ̀dayọ̀ ó sọ̀rọ̀ èmi àti nídayọ̀. Ifá tó ń tọ́ni sọ́nà Ifá tó ń fi ọ̀nà mọ́ ọmọ aráyé kó fi ọ̀nà hàn èmi àti láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká má ṣubú dànù òun ká má tẹ aṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ ọ. Ọgbọ́n tá à ń gbọ́ lẹ́yìn wọ́n ní wọ́n fi etí ọ̀tún gbọ́ ó gba tòsì jáde kò ní jẹ́ tèmi àti láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àbọ̀rọ̀ báyìí là ń sọ tó bá dénú ọmọlúwàbí ó ń dodindin àbọ̀rọ̀ tá a máa sọ lẹ́yìn kélédùà fi ìmọ̀ ẹ̀ kó fi mọ̀ wá ire àtore tó wà níbẹ̀ èmi ni kó jẹ́ tiwa ọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ìbáṣẹ. Those of you on TikTok, the live goal is the finger heart. Please, live goal. I think we have 5 more minutes. 9 different people to help us meet the live goal of the finger heart. Once the goal is met, you are telling the algorithm that they are free to push it to more and more people. What's the Odù Ifá for today? Please type it in the comment section again. Jane Juma, thank you for that. 8 more people on TikTok for the live goal finger heart. What is the Odù Ifá for today? I've said it earlier. Please type it in the comment section. What is the Odù Ifá for today? Odù Ifá wo là ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí? Irete Meji. Odù Ifá Irete Meji. Òun ni Odù Ifá tá ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ awo. Who is writing the code? Who is writing the code for Irete Meji? What is the code for Odù Ifá Irete Meji? Oju Odu ni o, so we are supposed to know it. It's one of the 16 principal Odus. We are supposed to know it. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about the Odù Ifá and you want to learn, please head over to ifacollege.ng. ifacollege.ng. We have a course there that is titled the 256 Odù Ifá Mastery Course. That course teaches you all the 256 Odù Ifás, 2 essays under it, written out in text and recorded verbally, both in Yoruba and English language. And it is followed by the lessons in that essay. If they make this Odù for somebody, if this Odù Ifá comes out for somebody, what does it mean? What is the person supposed to do? What is the person supposed to avoid? That is the summary of the course, 256 Odù Ifá Mastery Course. So if you don't know the Odù Ifá very well, or you still want to learn more, head over to ifacollege.ng. If you are catching a replay, the link to the website will be in the description box of this video. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. We are reading Odù Ifá Irete Meji, and as usual, I'm reading from the manuscript of the sacred Ifá text put together by Ifá College. I know you have seen a lot of compilations of Odù Ifá in both Yoruba, English, translated to Spanish, Portuguese, maybe French and other languages. Yes, Ifá College is not here to duplicate that. What we are here to do is to go a step further, so that like I teach every day, which is to break down the Odù Ifá and the knowledge of Ifá in a way that we can all understand it and apply it to our everyday life. Ifá College has put together this sacred text of the Odù. It has the original ancient Yoruba rendering of the essay Odù. It has the English interpretation. It has the blessings and the lessons in that Odù Ifá. And it goes further to explain how to apply that essay Ifá to our everyday life, different parts of our life, our career, our business, our relationship, our personal growth, our spiritual growth, our health, and every other thing in between. And then it ends with the Iwure, which is the prayer that is attached to that essay. If you haven't pre-ordered the sacred text of the Odù, head over to ifacollect.ng. At the menu bar, you will see it, sacred text of the Odù. Read through it and pre-order for the one that you want. If what you want is available right now, the moment you place your order, you'll be able to download it in soft copy. We're still in the process of publication of the hard copy, and before the end of this year, we should be able to give you updates on that. Odù Ifá Irete Meji. Ẹṣé gan ni o, golden light. The code for Odù Ifá Irete Meji is 1121. 1121. For those of you that are joining for the first time, this is our chef for today. It's a daily live streaming. I'm your host, Iyanifa Ewa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa. If you need a divination, Ifa divination, your Itefa, your Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, your Egbe installation, Orisha, you want to buy spiritual products, herbal products, and every other thing in between, just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is now showing on your screen. Ẹṣé. Let's dive into the Odù. Odù Ifá Irete Meji. Wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ẹ́rẹ́, àwọn wọn nínú igbó, wọ́n ta àìlówó lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ránmọ lódù lọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ òòjọ́. Òwò tẹ́ẹ́rẹ́, àwọn wọn nínú igbó, wọ́n ta àìlówó lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ránmọ lóòdù lọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ lóòjọ́. Adífá fún Lájídé, èyí tí ń ṣọdẹ ìlúbìnrin. Ẹbọ làwo ni kó mú ṣe, ó gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ. Èmi ò tètè mọ̀ pé obìnrin ń ṣọdẹ. Ẹ̀bá jẹ́ ká kúnlẹ̀ ká máa kí obìnrin. Obìnrin ló bí wa, káwa tó wá dènìyàn. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Let's read it in English. Owotere is their priest in the forest. They complained of not having money in their hand. They sent a child to Odù to fetch early morning soup. This divination was cast for Lájídé, who was the hunter of women. He was the hunter in the community of women. He was told to offer sacrifice. He heard and he did it. He didn't realize early enough that women also hunt. Let us kneel down and greet women. It is women who gave birth to us before we became human beings. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ, mo ṣe ogbó àtọ̀ yín. Ẹni tí Odù Ifá yìí bá jáde fún, Ifá ní kó lọ ṣe ìpèsè fún àwọn ìyá mi, àwọn obìnrin tó láyé. Hold on, I will still translate it to English. Wọ́n ní kó lọ ṣe ìpèsè fún àwọn ìyá mi, àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀. Those of you on TikTok, the flash goal is the finger heart. So as you send in your gift, send in the finger heart. I think we need about 8 more people for that goal, the finger heart. Ẹṣé púpọ̀. Wọ́n ní ẹni tí Odù Ifá yìí bá jáde fún kó lọ ṣe ìpèsè, kó lọ ṣe ètùtù fáwọn ìyá mi, àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ẹni tí Odù Ifá yìí jáde fún, obìnrin kan wà nínú ayé ẹ̀ tó ṣẹ̀ o. Wọ́n ní tí ò bá dẹ̀ bẹ́, kó gbọ́, kó gbà, ayé ẹni náà á polúmúṣukú ni o, á máa dàrú ní báyìí látọ̀tún látòsì. Thank you so much, Ọ̀sárẹ́rẹ́. Wọ́n ní ẹni yìí tó bá ní àgbàlagbà obìnrin nílé kó máa ṣèkẹ́ wọn dáadáa nítorí pé ọ̀run obìnrin ló gbà wá sáyé. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe, just hold on, I'm going to translate to English. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ báyìí, àárín obìnrin ló ti máa ní ire, àárín obìnrin ló ti máa lájé. They said whoever it is that this Odù Ifá comes out for, this person should immediately make ètùtù and ìpèsè to àwọn ìyá mi, to the owners of the earth, the mothers of the earth. They said this person has offended a woman somewhere, and he should think very well to go and make peace with that woman so that life can make a meaning. They said this person, if he or she has a mother in the house, has a female in the house, has a mother, a wife, a sister, that this person should take care of them very well. Take care of them very well, because he or she's success is wrapped around the women in his life. Wrapped around the women in his life. Òun ni Odù Ifá tá a dá yìí. The Odù Ifá was done for Lajide, who was the hunter, that he was the hunter in charge of the community of women. Ìlúbìnrin. Ìlú is a town or a village or a community, a country, whatever it is. Wọ́n ní òun ni ó ń ṣe ọdẹ ìlúbìnrin. He was the hunter in charge of the community of women. When he was, at that time, they were complaining of not having money. As a hunter, when a hunter doesn't have money, it means that he has not been able to hunt enough spoils to sell and make money. His day job is hunting. In fact, they didn't have anything to eat. They had to send a child to the house of Odù early in the morning to ask for soup to be able to eat that day. That was how challenging it was for them in that community. Now, the head of the hunters, the head of the hunting business, the provider in that community went to Ifá to say, why is everything like this? I have a job. I have something I'm doing. I am hunting to feed my family. And the spoils that I'm hunting, they are there in the forest. They've not left. They've not reduced. So why am I not getting what I'm supposed to get? They made a divination and they said he should make ebo, make a tutu, and take it into the forest. Upon getting into the forest, Lajide saw female hunters. He saw women hunting, women walking in the forest, and he was going to give his ebo to women. And he looked back and he said, Èmi ò tètè mọ̀ pé obìnrin gan ṣọdẹ. I didn't know on time that women also hunt. I didn't know on time that women are also in the capacity to work, to provide in places of authority. I didn't know that women were in charge. The women were always there. The women were always there, physical and spiritual women. They were always there working. Lajide did not take note of them. Now, the women wanted to show him the authority, the place, and their presence. They seized all the animals of spoil for coming out. Nothing came out at that certain time. There was nothing to feed on. There was nothing to grow money with. There was nowhere to take care of their family. He now said here, when he realized, money, èmi ò tètè mọ̀ pé obìnrin ṣọdẹ, ẹ bá jẹ́ ká kúnlẹ̀ ká máa kí obìnrin. After he saw what the women were doing and the authority that they held, he came back into the community and said, I did not realize any enough that women also hunt. Let us kneel down and greet our women. You see these women that we have been looking at as second-class citizens, as weaker vessels, as the tail, and men as the head. You see these women we have been looking down on in a certain way. Let's kneel down and greet them, because they are the ones that gave birth to us. If not because of them, we will not be here existing and as human. Lajide had an experience with àwọn Yami, with the females of the earth, with the feminine energy that hold this earth, and it changed a lot of things in him. He had to come back to the town to say, I have found the secret of what life is. I have found the secret of success and progress. You see these women, we cannot go on this journey relegating them and putting them aside. Let us kneel down and give respect and homage to them, because think about it, they are the ones that gave birth to us. That is why we have become human. Another Ifá says, ẹ bá jẹ́ ká máa kí obìnrin, àwọn ló dá wa lóṣù, àwọn ló là wá lórí, àwọn ló kọ́ wa ní awo ṣe, àwọn ló jẹ́ ká máa ṣawo. Meaning that these women, let's pay homage to them. They are the ones that pushed our Ori into this life. They are the ones that place the Oshu. You know, when you have gone to do your Itefa or you have gone to do your Oro Orisha, that thing that they put on your head that looks like it's like a small triangle, it goes up, it's like a little pyramid, yes, that goes up on your head like this. That is what they call Oshu. Àwọn obìnrin ló dá wa lóṣù. They are the ones that put the Oshu on our head. You will do it when you are doing your Itefa. You will do it when you are doing Oro Orisha. You will do it when you are doing your Egbe. They are the ones that made it possible for us to do Awo. If not for these mothers, we will not be a part of it. Awo will not be in existence. We will not be able to do all of these things that we do. In the face of this, we will not be able to do, sorry, I was reading a comment on YouTube. We will not be able to do these things that we do. Lajide experienced the definition of life. He experienced the powers that hold this life. He experienced the powers that make and unmake. He experienced the powers that said, let there be and there will be. The ones that Olódùmarè gave this earth to, àwọn Ìyá Lajide experienced them. He came back to say, you people, we have not been giving honor to whom honor is due. Let us change. So hunting can be this easy. So we didn't need to struggle for food in the first place. It was because we were not giving ebo to whom it was due. And they directed Lajide there. Now, if this Odù Ifá comes out for you, if I'm your Iyanifa and you come, ta mú ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀, ta gbọ́pẹ̀lẹ̀ janlẹ̀, tí Odù Ifá, ta mọ́pẹ̀lẹ̀, ta gbọ́pẹ̀lẹ̀ janlẹ̀, tí Odù Ifá Irete Meji jáde. If you come in and you sit down and we put down the ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ and Odù Ifá Irete Meji is what comes out. I will tell that person, if you are a man, let's start with if you are a man. Ifá is telling you that the women in your life, you have not paid enough homage, you have not taken care of them enough, you have not given them the place that is due to them. So you will go back and recognize all the women that are significant in your life, that have contributed to who you are today, and go back and say thank you to them, honor them, give them gifts, let them pray for you, acknowledge them. Don't relegate the women in your life aside. If I will also tell the person, think about it very well. It looks like you have offended a woman somewhere and she's angry with you. And she's waiting for you, like they were withholding the hunt from Lajide until he went to give Ebo and he acknowledged the mothers. The fact that that woman is not happy with you is holding something back. I will tell the person during this divination, go and find out who the person is and make peace. I have a whole video on YouTube that I recorded and I explained the position of àwọn Ìyá in spirituality. I have another video that is titled Women in Ifá and ÌṢÄШE, the role of women. I mean biological females. Right now we're not even talking about feminine energy. I mean people that physically embody the gender called female. Their role in Ifá and ÌШÄШE. How does Ifá see them? How does ÌШÄШE see them? It's right there on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, after this live streaming, head over to YouTube, scroll down. Women in Ifá and ÌШÄШE, àwọn Ìyá, those videos are there. You would understand based on the ese Ifá. There is nothing I teach or I read that is outside of ese Ifá. I'm an Ifá priestess. That is what I represent. Based on the ese Ifá. If you can see me on YouTube right now, let me know if the video on YouTube is better now. Let me know. Is it back up so that we can continue? Our Odù Ifá for today is Odù Ifá Irete Meji. It is back. Okay. YouTube is back. On YouTube, if you can hear me, just comment so that I know that you can hear me and you can see me. If you can hear me and you can see me, just comment so that I know. Yes, you can see me and the video is back up. Okay, sorry for that. Those of you on YouTube, sorry, I think it was the network. The network failed a bit. Sorry. It's back. Okay, Eshegoni. For YouTube, what was the last thing you heard before the video was frozen? If I can take it back, what was the last thing you heard? Just quickly remind me the last thing you heard so I will know how far you missed and then I can rerun it. Odù Ifá, Irete, Meji, and we were talking about Lajide, the Odù that was done for Lajide, talking about our mothers. I was explaining that if this Odù Ifá comes out for someone, there are things that the person is supposed to do, which is centered around the female in their life. I was also saying that if you have not watched my video, Women in Ifa and ÌŞẸШE, head over to YouTube. You will see that video tag, Women in Ifa and ΙШΕШE. It talks about the role of women. It talks about the role of women. It talks about the role of women. About men, if they get Odù Ifá, Irete, Meji. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So if they get Odù Ifá, Irete, Meji, they would ask them to look around. I would ask them to look around to the women that are in their life that has contributed to their success. And they have probably not acknowledged those women enough. And if I would say, go to them, give them gifts, let them pray for you. Or on the flip side of it, maybe the person has offended a particular female energy or woman in their life. Then we'll tell the person, think back, just think back and be, think about it, look at it. What exactly, can you remember anyone? Then we will ask from Ifa. It is called Igbo. We will put down the opele like this, one by one, and then we'll be asking, which one is it? Which one is that? And then we'll find out what it is. Now, if it comes out for a woman, it's the same thing. It is the same thing, which is why for people that know me, there's something that I usually say. I would rather fight 10,000 men than fight a single woman. Yes. I would rather fight 10,000 men. If I have to, I would rather choose to fight a man than to fight a woman. Because when it comes to female, especially if you are someone that is spiritual, you understand that a lot of them embody energies that they don't even know. A lot of them are representing powers that they don't even know. Now, let me take a little bit to speak to certain group of men. I have been working as an Ifa priestess in this journey openly and publicly over the last 10 years. So 1 decade is enough time for me to have experienced thousands of people. I mean literal thousands of people. And I know that there is this group of men who, when you make a divination, if I will tell you that your success, your glory, your wealth, everything about you in this side of life is attached to a woman or women in your life, let's say a certain woman. I know that for a man in 21st century, based on religion and civilization, it's not something you want to hear. Why would you want to hear that your success in life is attached to a woman? But let me ask you first of all, your birth into life, is it not attached to a woman? Your feeding in the first few months of your life, was it not exclusively attached to a woman? The care you received as a child in the formative years of your life, was it not heavily dependent on a woman and the women in your life? Now, if you find out that as a man, they have told you that your success, your journey, your greatness, your ajay, your wealth, your manifestation is attached to a woman, you should go and kneel down in front of Ifa, in front of Àbọyè, and say a very huge thank you. Do you know why? If you meet a woman who has been assigned for your glory, assigned for your success, and you are able to make that woman happy, and she literally loves you like life itself, and she is the one that is instrumental to your success, there is nothing that can stop you. Listen to what I said again. If your success as a man is attached to a woman, and you are able to lay hold on who that woman is or who those women are, and you are in a very good relationship with them, understanding them, acknowledging it, and they love you and they are loyal to you with everything, you have made it in life. You have made it in life. When a woman sits, it goes both ways, positive and negative. When a woman sits on your case and she says, I say this man must succeed in this life, bro, there is nothing that can stop you. Take it to the bank. Say I'm the one that said it. And when a woman sits down and say the opposite is what she wants to achieve, my dear brother, it's going to take another woman to take you out of that situation. So if your success is attached to a woman, you are one of the few favored, lucky, and blessed men in this life. As long as you have a good relationship with that woman, she will go any length to make sure that you are a success, because you are her prize. You are a show of success. You know how a mother is with her children. Her children are the signboard to show that she is a good mother. The way she cares for everybody around her and literally just neglects herself. The people around her are her proof of who she is. When you have such a person around you spiritually, I'm telling you again, take it to the bank. You have made it in life. The length that women will go to make sure that those that they care for, I'm talking about àwọn abiyamọ tòótọ́, those that they care for. Somebody said something to me once. He said, don't lie to a woman that loves you. She will lie to herself. Don't worry. You don't need to lie to a woman that loves you. She will lie to herself and convince herself that I said this is the man I'm going with and I'm going to make him succeed. The energy that women and the energy, the powers, the emotions that women embody, there is a reason Olódùmarè gave this earth to women to control it. There is a reason they are the immediately after Olódùmarè in the hierarchy of spirituality in this life. We have Ọ̀run, we have Ayé. Olódùmarè is the divine and supreme being in charge of everything. Ajagunmale, Olúwo Òde Ọ̀run, is the Olúwo in charge of Ọ̀run. Once we come to Ayé, àwọn Elédùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, that Elédùmarè gave this earth to say, rule and judge as you deem fit. They are àwọn ìyá, they are mothers. Listen to me, they are not feminine energy, they are pure females. Feminine energy can embody different genders. A man can have feminine energy, right? But when we are talking about àwọn ìyá, we do not have any male gender among them. They are just pure female. They are the ones that Olódùmarè gave this earth to judge and to balance. And you see those category of women, they are not answerable to anybody, not even to the Orishas, not even to Eshu, not even to whatever form of spirits that you have. They are the ones that are there. Which is why when you meet spiritual men, when you meet men that are spiritual, I didn't say traditional, when you meet spiritual men and you see how they place women, you will be wondering, why are they doing this small girl? They don't see a small girl, they see a potential Iyami. Nobody knows who is who. So let's respect all of them across board. Let's make all of them happy. Let's make sure that all of them are good. Now, just like Lajide in this essay, Lajide said, Èmi ò tètè mọ̀ pé obìnrin ń ṣẹbọ. He didn't know early enough that this is the power that women hold. And it's okay if you did not know early enough. It's okay. But now that you know, let your orientation and your mindset about women change. Irrespective of the community you are. The energy of àwọn ìyá can embody any woman anywhere. In Africa, in Europe, in Asia, anywhere. It is not limited by geographical location. I beg of you. As a woman, I look for women around me spiritually that I can hold on to, that I can bless. Please keep tapping on your screen on TikTok. You have stopped doing that. I know you are enjoying this teaching, but to keep this live streaming moving, it's important that you tap on your screen, you like, you share, you repost, you send in your gifts, you do everything you can to make sure that this live streaming is moving. And those of you on YouTube too, same thing, please keep liking, keep sharing, keep dropping your comments. The engagement is very important for the algorithm to push this live streaming. So now that you have come to find out, like Lajide, I beg of you, it's for your own good though. Let me explain to you, let me recount an incident that happened with a client a couple of years ago. I think shortly before the lockdown. He was going through some financial situation in his business, and then he came to me and we did an Ifá divination, and Ifá said that he should make ebo to àwọn Yami, and Ifá said there is a woman that is going to come. He's going to meet a woman somewhere in his life, and she's going to ask for help, and he should make sure that he shows that help, he's of help, he supports, he assists. And when he does, he should request that the woman should pray for her. If I says woman, we will say obìnrin, you know. In Yoruba language, whether you are young or you are old, woman is woman, female is female, obìnrin is obìnrin. So if I says obìnrin, and the man did his ebo and went around his journey in life. So the person asking for location, please send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. Jane Juma will post a WhatsApp number, or Kana Didibia will post a WhatsApp number on your screen. Now, it's someone says, I hope it's not me we are talking about. No, we are not talking about you. The WhatsApp number will be posted. The location depends on what you need. Is that okay? I have a shrine in Lagos, I have in Oshogbo, in Ijebu-Ode, in Ekiti, in Ibadan. Now, it depends on what you want to do. If what you need is surrounded, if what you need will direct us to Orisha Osun, then you will meet me at my shrine in Osun State. If you want to do it, in fact, there is a separate shrine I use for that. So it's not like I have an address where you walk in and then we'll be talking and gisting, and then we now say, oh, come and meet me in another place. No. To save my time and save your time, we first need to go through what do you want, what exactly it is, what's the problem, what solution is Ifá directing us to. Then we'll be able to know this and this place is where to meet. So if you need consultation, somebody says, I need you to check something for me, just click on the WhatsApp number. Copy that WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. So he went about, his activities, and I think it was about a month later, I checked on him and I said, I remember the first said you meet a person, a woman, have you met the person? He said, he has not met anybody, that he has not seen anybody. He keeps looking out for the woman every day and all of that. That didn't sound right, so I decided to check. And he first said he has met the person, and he ignored the person. I'm like, uncle, they say you have met the person. He didn't meet anybody. He did not. I said, think, any woman, young, old, this. He said, oh, okay. He saw one girl. The girl came and she said she's stranded and this and this and that. He keeps seeing the girl somewhere around his office. Like the day he saw the girl was like, he was like, oh, all these girls that just come around and tell you story of somebody invited me here, I got stranded, blah blah blah. I said, if you are still seeing the girl, I beg you, go and do whatever it is you can for her. And he called me back a couple of days that he still saw the girl around his office. He gave the girl what he could afford to give, and after that day, the girl left. A couple of days after that incident, everything that he came for when he did his Idafa, it was like one after the other. Everything started to fall into place. Then he called me. He said, since the day I gave that girl money, I didn't see her there again. But I remember the first day I saw her, and I kept on seeing her for a couple of weeks. But immediately after that day, I was still looking out for her, somewhere in my mind to think, will she still be standing there? Is she still telling more and more people the same story? And I told her, I said, between me and you, and Olódùmarè Ọba tí ó ṣe kẹta wa, I don't think that girl is a human person. You gave ebo to them physically, spiritually. They wanted to accept it from you physically, and they waited to see how long it's going to take you to have sense and do it. He did it too. That was all he needed. Now, as almost insignificant as that is, as almost something you can, something trivial, something you can just ignore, it is important. It is important. I will say this and I will say this again. Whether a divination has told you or not, if you have women in your life, take care of them. Excuse me, love them. Make them happy. The ones that are spiritual among them, listen to them. Pay attention to them. I'm not saying pause your own brain and follow every conversation that the women are making. Listen to them. Put their words, their intuition, their instincts when he's speaking. Put it into consideration. You don't know the time that àwọn Yami will embody one of the females around you. You don't know. You don't know the position that each of them will take in your life. Some people, the woman that is there, that is going to help them with life, has always been there living with them. The person has always been there living with them. And they didn't know. And the day Ifa will direct them back to the person, it will now start to sound like, so this has always been the person. So this has always been the person. The number is now pinned on your screen on YouTube. So this has always been the person that I am supposed to attach to. Remember, we said our blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. Our blessing is not in, I will lift up my eyes to the hills from whence cometh my help. You don't have any blessing in the sky, in the hills. Yoruba will say, I bofala and woki. If I can see para, there is nothing you are looking for in the hills. Leave the eagles and the hawk to take care of the sky and the hills. Those ones were created for the hills. They can lift up their eyes to the hills. You are here on this earth. Your blessing is here. It is in the people around you, particularly the females that you have. Someone said, I need the number. Hold on. Janet Africana will type the number now. A comment here says, who number did you pin? You can say Iyanifa Ewa written there. I will not pin anybody's number that is not my number. You can see Iyanifa Ewa written by the number that is pinned. Yeah. You see it there, Iyanifa Ewa. Let me see. There's a comment here that says, àwọn Yami should also check those ladies' attitude, even if I told us to be careful. Àwọn Yami should check the ladies' attitude. What do you mean check the ladies' attitude? Is there something you want to say? Is there something you are driving at? Is there something you are pointing at? Please be clear with what you are saying so that I can respond to you. Some men don't give blessings. We are just to work and take care of women. Some men don't give blessings. We are just to work and take care. Am I the one that wrote Odù Ifá? Am I the one that wrote ﷺ Ifá? No, you can see. There's something I always say on my live streaming. You do not have to listen to what Ifá is saying. It's not a must. In fact, as against every other form of spirituality, Ifá does not say, you have to come, you must come. You will never find an Ifá priest on the road ringing bell. Come and listen to Ifá. If you don't listen to Ifá, you are going to F. No, you don't have to. You do not. It's like somebody that is walking on a journey and the person is arguing with his GPS. And the GPS said, in 10 meters, turn right. Then the GPS says, take the next right. Then the GPS says, another right. Then the person is sitting inside the car arguing. Is it only right you'll be turning? Is there no left there? You can argue with your GPS. Follow the other direction. If you enter into the ditch, you will call 911. They will carry you out. Is that the problem of the next person on the road? No. Instruction is there for you to choose. If you choose to listen to it, there are consequences for it in reward. If you choose not to listen to it, there are consequences. That's how life is. Whatever you do, there is an equal reaction to it. It's not that hard. You don't want to listen. I'm feminist. We are reading from Ifa, so Ifa is feminist. My goodness. You people need to, you see, this is the difference between successful people and people that are struggling. The ability to find knowledge, take it, dissect it, digest it, and reason it out like an intelligent person. But westernization has taught you to tag everything and fight everything blindly. We are reading from Ifa. Maybe you joined us late. I assume you are a Yoruba person. Ifa says in this Odù Ifá, wọ́n ní adífá fún Lájídé, èyí tí ń ṣọdẹ ìlúbìnrin, ẹbọ làwọn ní kó mú ṣe. Èmi ò tètè mọ̀ pé obìnrin ń ṣọdẹ. Ẹ bá jẹ́ ká kúnlẹ̀ ká máa kí obìnrin. Obìnrin ló bí wa kí a tó di ènìyàn. Is Odù Ifá that said it. Information that has existed for 10,067 years. How old are you, sir? 120, and you're arguing with it. Continue. That's how we got to where we are today. You see this upside down we are experiencing in Africa. That's how we got there today. We have carried what Elédùmarè placed at the top. We have put it at the bottom. It doesn't matter what anybody feels. Ifa is not about how you feel. Ifa is knowledge and truth, order and hierarchy. This is supposed to be this. When they describe àwọn ìyá mi and they say àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, why don't you question Olódùmarè that Olódùmarè, you are feminist? How can you carry the whole world and just give to a certain gender? Ẹni tó nílé ayé, ẹni tó dálé ayé, olóbìnrin lòún gbé fún. You are saying you are not okay with it. And what part of this Odù Ifá has said men don't have blessing? You see, this knowledge is the reason we are here. This is the reason we are teaching. And like I say, knowledge is not power. People say knowledge is power. I would explain to you, knowledge is access to power. The application of knowledge is what gives you power. Knowledge is like a key. The door is there. If you don't open it and go in, there's no difference between you and the person who doesn't have a key. Try it. Look at the world. I tell the students in my class, look at the world as it is right now. Look at the world as it is right now. We have gone in a certain route. There is a certain structure we have followed in this life up until now. Now, look at the results of following that structure. What has it done for us? Look at how it is based on the result. Now, Ifa is saying this is not the way it's supposed to be. That is why you are experiencing it. This is the right order. Follow it, and you are still arguing. Yet you are doing something that is not working. No, your fathers placed men above women. Look at where it has gotten them to. We are going back to our roots to find out from Ifa, how was this world originally designed? How did we get to this point in Africa? Ifa is pointing us out to something. Some people are calling it feminine. You will be all right. It's not everybody that will get this knowledge. Please, can you help me? I'm in Ghana. Oh, anywhere you are, just send a message to the WhatsApp number that I will pin on your screen right now. WhatsApp number. I will pin the WhatsApp number on your screen right now. Please, someone should type the WhatsApp number again so that I can pin it on the screen. Jane Juma or Dibiakana, please type the WhatsApp number so that I can pin it on the screen. So this Odù Ifá, let's go into the lessons of Odù Ifá. The lesson says, even when resources are scarce, wisdom and trust sustain survival. Remember that when this Odù Ifá was done, they said, one ta àìlówó lọ́wọ́. They were experiencing not having money, that they had to send someone to go and bring food that they would eat that morning. Who was this Odù Ifá done for? Lájídé, the head of the hunters in that community. Yet they did not have money, they did not have anything to eat. Now, Ifá is saying that if you are in a position where resources are scarce, where do you go? Go back to Ifá, because it was never intended by Olódùmarè that anyone should live in scarcity. Look at life and see the abundance that is here. That is enough proof for us that Olódùmarè created this life in abundance. So if you are not experiencing abundance, there is something wrong somewhere. Lajide was a hunter. The forest is filled with the spoils that he is going to hunt. We have never had a situation where they say, this community has run out of meat to eat because there are no more animals in the community, or they have run out of plants because there are no more plants. It is always in abundance. Lajide had to find out from Ifa, how can I be living in the midst of plenty and not have? Ifa says, give ebo to àwọn Yami, give ebo to the women. And when he did, he went into the forest and he saw, and he said, what did he say there? He said, Èmi ò tètè mọ̀ pé obìnrin ṣọdẹ. He has been going there to hunt, and a certain day came. He said, I didn't even know that women too are hunters. So at that point when he entered into the forest, àwọn Yami opened his eyes to see something he had not been seeing regularly, to understand that you come here, you shoot your arrow and your spear, you catch a spoil, you go home and eat. And you think it's just about your effort. No. There are some women here who are the ones that control the spoils you get, how you get it, when you get it, and the activities of this forest. The moment they say no, you are not going to catch anything. Remember I said they are the ones that Olódùmarè gave this earth to. Those that are asking for the WhatsApp number on YouTube, Janet Africana has posted it, 234-808-417-2309. Copy it in that order. We are not allowed to post the number straight. Is that okay? So copy it in that order. So they had to show him, you are not the one, it is not your skill that is giving you, it is not only your skill that is giving you the spoils you are getting. We are also here. We are the ones directing the spoils to you, the animals to you, for you to be able to trap them, for you to be able to get them, for you to be able to take them home as protein and meat to eat. And that was the day that he saw them. He said, I didn't know early that women are also hunters. And the moment he found out, and he found out their position, he went back into the community to see, let's kneel down and honor. That is what that Odù Ifá is telling us. So when you are experiencing scarce resources, you are experiencing downtime in your finances, business is not doing well, the same thing you have been doing before suddenly is not giving you the same result, go to Ifá and find out what you need to fix so that your abundance can be opened up again. The second lesson, Ifá says women are not passive. They are hunters, they are providers, they are powerful agents of destiny. Àwọn Yami are proof for us that women are not passive. Olódùmarè made them the judge and the controllers of this life. They are the ones that control and balance. If the scale is going too much like this, they bring it down. If the scale is going too much like this, they bring it up. Olódùmarè has entrusted this earth as we know it into their hands, which is why in Yoruba we call them Ayé, the same word that we use for the earth. Àwọn Aráyé means people of the world. If we want to describe àwọn Yami, we say, Elédùmarè má jẹ́ kó rí ìjà ayé o. May you not get the anger of Ayé. When we say Ayé, everybody in Yoruba knows these are the women we are referring to. And it's because we have come to understand who they are and the position they hold. That is why we call them Ayé, because they are the owners, they are the rulers. And read through the ÌṢÄÉ, as I taught in that video when I talked about àwọn Yami, àwọn Òrìṣà and Èṣù, Ajogun. Even the Orishas experienced them. Even the Orishas experienced them. They experience them. If they cross the line, they give them straight up. If they try to move this place, àwọn Yami will move them back into line. Àwọn Yami will move them back into line. That was the experience that àwọn Orisha had with them. When we have problems with Ajogun are the negative forces of life. Èpè, Ewa, different ones of them. We give Ebo to Eshu, Eshu gives it to them. Eshu is the one that controls them. Eshu can tell us that once you have given me Ebo, don't worry, put your mind at rest. I will give it to the Ajogun. Your situation is done. But when we give Ebo to Àwọn Yami, there is nobody that can give you assurance that Etutu you have given to Àwọn Yami has been accepted. You will go back according to the Odù Ifá. You will now tell your Ori, this Ebo have given, let them accept it. This Ebo have given, let them accept it. Because there is no authority that is higher than them. There is nobody you can report them to. What we ask from them is a yonu, eshama yonu siwa. We are asking them for their favor, for their mercy, for their grace. They are like the landlord of this life. Who do you want to report your landlord to? Was it the person that bought land for him or the person that built house for him? It's his house. He built it. He inherited it. There is nobody you can report him to. You will just hope that he's happy with you or she's happy with you. Madam, does the Iya control the whole world or only Yoruba land? Is Olodumare the creator of the whole world or only Yoruba land? I think that's question with the answer. Is Ifa an embodiment of Yoruba knowledge or universal knowledge? Olodumare is the source, the creator, the controller of the whole universe as you know it, every dimension of it, whether this physical dimension, spiritual dimension, the energies of Yoruba spirituality transcends Yoruba land. That is the uniqueness of Yoruba spirituality, which is why, irrespective of where you are, if you are a Nigerian living in the diaspora or a Ghanaian living in the diaspora, and you come to an Ifa priest or priestess for a divination, will Ifa say, because you are living in Germany, sorry, we cannot fix a problem in Germany. Take, for instance, you have a problem with your co-worker in Germany, and you go to Ifa, look at what this person is saying. The person is not African, and you have an issue with the person. Is Odù Ifá going to tell you what the problem is? Yes. Can Odù Ifá provide a solution? Yes. Because Ifa does not just cover Yoruba land, which is why people from different places on earth, different cultures, different religion, different races, can come to Ifa and Ifa will listen to them. Which is why when you come to Ifa, nobody will ask you, what's your color, what's your race, what's your background, what's your religion, what's your gender. Ifa does not care about all of that. Ifa is an embodiment of universal knowledge. And Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. So that voice of Olodumare can speak about the whole universe because Olodumare created the whole universe. Someone says, I'm from Harlem, New York City, and Ifa fixed many things in my life. Thank you so much. That's a proof. He is not, at least not by immediate ancestral line, is he Nigerian. His ancestors are from Africa. Yes, we don't even know particularly what country it is in Africa. But he will find his Odù in Ifa. Ifa will do a divination for him. Ifa will give him solution. So everything about Yoruba cosmology, Yoruba spirituality is universal. It is not limited to one place. It is universal. Thank you so much for that question. So what other thing is Ifa teaching us? Ifa says recognizing and honoring the role of women is essential for balance and blessings. I think that's the part that I've been explaining since morning. Excuse me. Ifa says, thank you so much for that gift, Temple. Ifa says recognizing and honoring the role of women is essential for balance and blessings. Don't let's waste time on that. I've explained that already. Ifa says humanity itself owes its existence to women as vessel of birth. The entire humanity itself owes their existence to women. And when we say this, I need you to understand, this is not a, how do I put it? This is not a war, a fight between men and women. This is not a tussle of power or authority or supremacy. This is just the role that each person has been given, the place that each person has been given. That's just what it is. Nobody is saying, oh, disregard men. Men don't bring blessings. Men are not good. No. Life is a balance. That is what Ifa teaches. I always say this. The first lesson you will learn when you come to Ifa college is this. Look at your hand. Look at the color of your palm. Look at the texture of your palm. Look at the lines on your palm. Now look at the other side of your same hand. The same one. Look at the color. Look at the texture. Look at the lines. They are different, yet they coexist. You cannot go out with your palm and leave this side alone. That is the same way everything coexists in life, which is why Yoruba will say Meji Meji la dale aye. Meji Meji bẹ́yẹn in twos, word and opposite. Word and opposite, which is why in Ifa we don't believe anything that is called there is God that brings good and there is the devil that brings, or Satan that brings bad. There is no such thing. Life is a balance. Everything you see on this life, Olódùmarè created and installed it. So he's the one that you want, that you are going to take. Like I tell people, nobody prays. Nobody sits down in their house and pray that, I want my grandmother to pass. I want my mother to pass. I want my sister to pass. I want my children to pass. Nobody says that. Nobody prays for anybody to be unalive. But the moment you pray for a child to be born, the moment that child is born, you have automatically prayed for the day that child will pass. Because that child will eventually pass. They work together. The moment somebody has a birth date, the person is going to have a date to be unalive. That is just the way it is. The moment you are praying for love, I want to find love, I want to fall in love, I want to have boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever it is that you call it. The moment you pray for love, you have also prayed for disagreement, because that love cannot exist with disagreement. It is not God that brings love and Satan brings disagreement. That's a lie. Think about it. You to reason, use your brain to reason. Life is a balance. Everything is created in a balance. There is summer, there is winter, there is tall, there is short, there is good, there is not good. There is to born, there is to be born, there is to be unalive, there is to be well, there is to be ill. You that you wake up in the morning and you are running and you are active. There is a time that you will become tired and weak. He is not Satan, he is just life. It goes together. The same thing with the genders that we have. There is male, there is female. The female have their role, the male have their role. There is no such thing as gender tussle. There is no such thing as that. If we allow everybody to play the role that was originally made for them, that they were originally instituted for, you will see how life will turn out. But no, some people are somewhere fighting. Women are the best. Women are the best. Men are not supposed to be this. Women are... What is... You see, distraction. Distraction. The things we are supposed to focus on, we have left it. We are distracted by... Women are not supposed to be... I don't have an issue with people that are fighting for the rights of the female gender, because what? The female gender has been marginalized for so long. That's okay. Just like we fight for the right of animals, right of children. Once you see that somebody or something's right is being trampled, some people are fighting for the right of plants, trees. Stop cutting down trees indiscriminately. Replace the ones you have cut. Everybody needs to be spoken for at certain times when they feel marginalized, and that's okay. But it must not come from the place of war. I listen to a lot of feminists. I love what they are doing. I love that there is awareness for the female gender. But when you listen to a lot of them in between the lines, it is coming from a place of, we can do without men. No, we don't need men in this life. Men are this one, this one. We can do everything. We can do it alone. Nobody was designed to do it alone. Someone is asking a question. What are the ÌṢÄШE people doing about the Yoruba actors spoiling the ÌШÄШE in their films? They tell us Babalawo causes havoc and then go to... When was the last time you watched a Yoruba movie? I'm sure the last time you watched a Yoruba movie was like 10 years ago. Because if you have been watching Yoruba movie in the last 2-3 years, this narrative has changed. And now, let me tell you what it is. Little background story. There was a time that the movie industry was heavily dependent on the government of the day. The government is the one that licenses what to go out. That's behind the scenes that a lot of you don't see. And there is a narrative that the West wants to continue to push about our spirituality, about our tradition, to sell their religion and to sell their westernization. So the only movies that will be allowed to go out now, watch between when there was stage drama in the days of people like Ogunde, watch what happened in those days, and then watch when there was TV production. See how it changed. Now, question you should be asking is, at what point did it change? At what point did the drama of Hilbert Ogunde and the others, Baba Durola Dipo, at what point did this switch to the type of movies that you are complaining about? It's stage drama is controlled by you. You act what you want to act on stage. Nobody can bump into your stage and say, oh, stop doing that. But when it became controlled media, there was a narrative that needed to be sold. And if you do not, your movie will not fly. You cannot. They censor everything. That's the truth. Now, look at the switch when we now had international mainstream. When people can make their movie and put it directly on platforms that is non-Nigerian. Look at the switch. Go to Netflix now, go to Prime, even certain movies on YouTube. Go there, you will find indigenous Yoruba movies in the last 3-4 years that is teaching Yoruba the way Yoruba is, exactly what it is. So I just gave you the, it's not like ԻΣΕΣΕ did not see what was happening. But when those that are in power and in authority are being funded and fueled by certain people who are trying to sell a narrative, because the idea that a lot of us had about Ifa came from watching African movies back in the day. There was a narrative they had to sell, and they had to make it look like we are the ones that is selling that narrative, so it is true. Meanwhile, they are the ones that is controlling it and sponsoring it behind the scenes, which is why we are teaching. We cannot do anything to the present government dispensation, but the next set of people that will come, that's why we are teaching this. The next president, next governor, next commissioner, next local government chairman is among you and I. They are people like us. They are not bringing them from another country. So when we can get this knowledge and change this narrative, then the next set of people that we go there with better mindset and do something different. You understand? So for those of you that are asking for the WhatsApp number, it's on the screen right now on YouTube. Just start from +234 to 808. Golden Light said, Ifa ori mi re o, life without Ifa is no life at all. Everything is making so much sense. Mo dupe Iyanifa, àwa náà dúpẹ́ o, Ifa ṣeun. Thank you so much. Any other question on TikTok before we? Someone says, are you saying we the audience don't have intelligence to determine what is interesting or not? You think it's about you? Are you in Nigeria, Bukayo? Have you lived in Nigeria? You think anything in Nigeria is about you and about your intelligence? It's not about us, unfortunately. It's supposed to be about us, but it's not about us. When was the last time they considered you in anything that they are doing? Don't be deceived. The democracy we are practicing is not government of the people, for the people, by the people. Government of some people, by some people, for some people. There is no sort. If you are telling yourself that we have democracy, is for us what we think. You are the first level of delusion. You are the first. Don't. Do not at all. Don't put that one aside. It doesn't exist. So I just gave you what the backstory for that is. Can you be reached directly? Yes. Janet Africana just posted the WhatsApp number. Scroll up, you see it. +234 808 417 2309. Copy it in that order that she posted it. We cannot post it as a single number. The app will not allow it. So just start from +234, follow the next number and the next set of numbers and the last one. If you can see it, let me know. She's posting it again, so you can copy it. The last lesson here says, this Odù blesses us with wisdom, with humanity, with humility, with respect for the female energy, with respect for females around us, and abundance favor through honoring our mothers. That's the blessing of this Odù. Now, how can we apply this Odù to our everyday life? In family and community, Ifá says, celebrate women in the authority that they have. Where are you located in Nigeria? The next thing you will ask is, where in Nigeria? I have different shrines. It depends on what you want. So send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. Then I will ask you what you want. Ifá will tell us what you need. What you need will determine the shrine that we will use, so that we can save your time. You will not come to meet me in Lagos. Then Ifá says, this person needs to go and do Ebo at Osun River and to wash her head in Osun River. Then we'll now carry ourselves from Lagos to Osun again. It's a waste of time. Nobody has that time right now. So the first thing is to book a consultation. Let's know where you are, what you need, where you stand. Then we'll be able to say, take it up from there. Someone says, your schedule for consultation, please send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. We'll be able to talk about all of that. Family and community, Ifá says, celebrate women as the authority that Elédùmarè has put them, as partners in building and sustaining life. Is that okay? Women are not second-class citizens. Women are not weaker vessels. Sometimes I even wonder where they came up with this idea. Sometimes I wonder where they came up with this idea. Weaker vessels. What is it about the life of a woman that looks weak? What? The constant burden that women carry, and they show up with their face smiling. Let's think about that. Let's even think about the process of pregnancy, physical body pain that women endure through that 9 months. Tell ChatGPT to describe what labor pain feels like. Tell ChatGPT to describe what labor pain feels like. They said it feels like they are crushing 1,000 bones at the same time. And women go through it. And a woman is in labor and she's still smiling. There was a video that went viral on TikTok a couple of days ago. The woman said she was in labor and she was still making food for her family. And you will see the way she was holding her face in. It's labor. It's not needle that just pricked you. It's not somebody beat your hand. Labor. And she was still there recording content, cooking food. And somebody is calling that kind of person weaker vessel. She will give birth to children, take care of the children. After that 9 months of stress, another 1.5 years of not waking up at the regular time. Like, life as you know it is like you give birth to another life and they take a part of your life that you can never recover. And some women have done it 5 times and they are calling such people weaker vessels. I don't understand why that label? Why does it? No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And this is not a gender struggle. No, this is just acknowledging people for who they are. If you have heard a lot of my live streaming, I speak for men. Today this Odù is centered on women. And I was telling someone someday, I said, you see this gender war that we have going on in quotes, it comes from lack of knowledge. Men are complaining that women come to us for money. A woman will say, I cannot date a man because he doesn't have money. They have reduced men to money. No, it is not a woman that reduced a man to money. It is the same society that told a woman that she's a weaker vessel, that told a man that he's a provider, that told the man that he's the head, he's the king, he's the leader, he's the one in charge. So when you are the head, you are the king, you are the leader, you are the one in charge, you are the provider, then I'm asking you to say, I cannot pick you if you are not a provider. Is it not society that told me you are a provider? Are you not the one that is propagating men are the provider, men are in charge, men are this? Then suddenly people are demanding what you have labeled yourself. and you are complaining. It is not, you see, the war is not women and men. The war is the knowledge and the misplacement of knowledge that society has placed on us. The moment society presents human beings as human beings, how will they say somebody is your head and your leader? Somebody is your, he's your leader. Your husband is the head of the family, he's the leader. It's a 30-year-old guy that is still trying to figure out life. He doesn't even know where he's leading himself to. You have put the pressure and the responsibility of leading an entire nation on him. He does not even know this woman yet. He's still trying to understand the woman, and you have played the responsibility of, you are supposed to lead her, you are supposed to direct her. Where is he leading her to? Where does he know that he himself is going to? It is all this mismatch of information, unrealistic knowledge. That is what is the war. It's not men and women. Man is not your problem, dear women. Men are not your problem. Dear man, the woman is not your problem. Your problem is lack of knowledge. When we start to understand the place that we have, and we understand that burden of leading, protecting, guiding is in Ifa. Ifa is the one that leads. If both of you come together and you are looking at Ifa as the leader, as the guide and the director, Ifa ni afini monomo araye, the expectation of women on men will reduce, because you know your husband is just trying to figure out life too. So when you see him confused, you don't feel like, I cannot come to a man that is confused. You will just go to Ifa. He cannot provide. Go to Ifa and ask, what is the source of income of this man? What was he destined to make money with? Those of you on TikTok, you have stopped tapping on your screen. Why? You have stopped tapping on your screen. Why? You have stopped tapping on your screen. Why? The misconception is coming from Bible and Quran. Exactly. It's coming from the outside world. It's the influence of the West and the East. That's where they brought all of this from. Those of you on TikTok, please keep tapping on your screen. What's going on? So that all of this is not a problem between men and women. It is a problem of misinformation. And the moment we start going back into our roots and find out how did our ancestors manage this. When I say our roots, I don't mean these our past generation fathers and mothers and grandfathers. I mean our ancestors before any contact with the West. Look at how their life were. Look at how male and female role was placed. Look at how marriage and relationship was treated. Then you will understand what it originally was supposed to be. Imagine now, I'm an Ifa priestess. My husband is a Dibia. Dibia is a Babalawo in Igbo land. For those of you that are non-Nigerians, there are 3 major tribes in Nigeria: the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Igbo. Ifa comes from Yoruba. Igbo is the next, big spiritual tribe that we have in Nigeria. Hausas are not that into spirituality like we are. Their own spirituality is centered around their religion. You understand? Now, when my husband and I are speaking on things and there seems to be, we are trying to decide on something, I don't sit back and I'm saying, he's the leader, he's our daddy, he's the one that will direct us. We both go to Ifa to ask questions. I will do my Ifa divination, he will do his Afa divination. We will both go and ask the powers that hold this earth, that are supposed to be ruling us and guiding us, that are the real head. We are going to ask our Ori, that is our real head, where and what are we supposed to do? If there is an issue with finances, I don't say that and tell my husband, you are the one that is supposed to be providing. It's you. You are the provider. We go back to Ifa. Why is finances going like this? Ifa directs us and we move on. We understand we are partners and we are both still trying to figure out life. Nobody is expecting anything unrealistic from the other person. Nobody is. We are just both figuring life. The day that you see a man as an ordinary person like you, You are asking a man for money that you cannot provide for yourself. Is he not a human being? Is there a different name written on men money and women money? Is there a type of money that they say women cannot make? When Olódùmarè made you, they told you in the Bible that women was taken out of the rib of a man. She will find the bone of her bone. She's the one that completes her. That is arrant nonsense and rubbish. You have not been created to complete anybody. What if you don't marry? So until you marry, your own life is just floating like kites in the sky. You are first a human being, which is why I say if we return back to our roots, these things will make sense. At age 3, at day 3, 3-day-old, in Yoruba land, a child is carried, whether male or female. The parents want to know what is the purpose of this child in life. Who is this child? What powers do they have? Where are they supposed to succeed? Who are they supposed to get married to? What are their skills? How will they make money? Whether male or female. Ifa already tells you what your purpose in life is. So a girl that her parents have found out at age 3 that she's the one that is going to build the next big thing in their community, somebody will now be saying that she's waiting for a man to provide for her. You think her own parents will find out that about their child? They will now keep her at home and be waiting for. Let's continue to wait until she clocks age. Which age are they clocking now to marry? Because it's like child marriage is what is. And people, let me also say something about that. This whole issue we are hearing about girl-child marriage, and people say it is not a religion, it is a culture, it's African culture. Excuse you there. It's not Yoruba culture, it is not Igbo culture. At least those two cultures I know. There is nothing in our culture that encourages nurturing a girl and handing her over into marriage at age 12, 13, 14. There is nothing in our culture that even says nurture a female for marriage. No. Ifa says everybody finds their Odù. You all have a purpose. What Yoruba culture and Ifa is centered around is nurturing human beings to be who they were destined to be who their Ori has made them to be. That is what we do here. In the course of your nurturing in life, and you are growing and developing yourself as who you are supposed to be, irrespective of your gender, then you can find man and woman to marry. And you will still go back to Ifa to find out, does this person's Odù match my own? Because whoever it is I'm joining my life to is to be able to make it better for me to fulfill my destiny. Emphasis on my destiny. That is the first thing. If I love the man and Ifa says, no, your Odù does not match, excuse me, sir, you can go away. Let me continue my search. In me continuing my search as a woman, I don't sit down there and waiting for a man to come and save me and pick me. You are going to do your own. You have your own destiny. You are fulfilling your destiny. At the end of the day, it is your destiny. If the person you are joining with cannot help you make your destiny better, and you cannot help them make it better, you are wasting your time. So if we go back to our roots, we'll find out that it is not man that is fighting woman. That's not what it is. That is not what it is. Misplaced priority is what got us here. Information that has been targeted towards watering down what our original information is, that's what got us here. So the next time you are speaking to a female and a male, speak to both of them as human beings. They were first human beings. You are, how old are you? You are 25-year-old. You are looking at a 20-year-old boy as my leader, my provider, my protector, my father, he's my everything. Excuse me. Except that guy has come to this life before, Shao, and he knows how to walk this life. He is just like you, trying to figure out life. Calm down. If your daddy could not provide it for you, how do you think somebody else's son will provide it for you? And that's not supposed to mean, you see, oh, it's just, when you go into Ifa, you will find out that all these things, it's not even conversation we are supposed to have. It's a distraction. Let's focus on the things that really make sense. So Ifa says, how do we apply it? It says, family and community. Celebrates women, their partners in building and sustaining life. We've talked about that. How do you apply it in money and business? Scarcity does not mean defeat. Strategic thinking And trusting in your Odus, trusting in Ifa will open doors. I've explained this to you that the universe is abundance. I'm trying to see what part of nature has informed your scarcity mentality. I don't care what your experience is. Listen to me. I do not care what your experience is. Your experience does not define what the universe is. Understand that. I tell myself the same thing. I don't care what my experience is. The truth is that the universe is abundant. I'm the one that needs to find out why I have not reached abundance. It is my responsibility to find out. It's like somebody is saying now that because you missed the plane, the flight is always 10 a.m. You choose to get there at 11 a.m. Because you have been missing the flight every time, you now come to the conclusion, planes don't fly, airlines don't exist. Excuse me, the people that left your country to the next country, how did they get there? As long as there is proof that people are leaving this country to the next country, and the only way is to fly, then airplanes are moving. You are the one that needs to find out why you have not met it. The day you find out, that is when you know that you've been going to the airport late. There's something you are doing. There is something. Forget that scarcity is not. It is not the definition of the universe. So whatever financial struggle you are experiencing, just tell yourself, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Let me find out why I am not experiencing abundance, because abundance is the definition of the universe. And this is not motivational speaking. Nobody needs to motivate you. Look around you. Look at the air. Look at water. Look at trees, animals, human beings, sand, rocks, sea. What else? Food. Look at everything in the universe. Look at everything that occurs naturally in this universe. Nobody needs to motivate you. Look at it. It's not, nobody is trying to gas you up. Just look at it and you will see. Even the orishas we have, abundance. Spirit, abundance. Look at the sperm in the body of a man, abundance. Look at cells in your body. Look at everything that flows in nature, abundant. So if you are not experiencing it, just go and ask questions. But you can still choose to sit down and tell yourself, this is my experience. My experience has not been like this. I don't believe in it. Excuse me, whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't change anything. It does not change anything. It doesn't change the reality of what it is. There was a prayer that we used to pray in church when I was younger. For the records, for those of you that see me for the first time, I grew up as a Christian. Deeper Life Bible Church was where I grew up. And in Nigeria and the rest of the world where that church exists, you know the kind of church that it is. And then I grew to become a pastor in another very popular church. Okay, so backstory. Now, while I was in church, there's one prayer that they used to pray. God, please do this for me. Prove to the world that you are God. Use my testimony to prove to the world that you are God. As a child, an elementary school child, that sounded stupid to me. I'm like, God needs to prove. Whether you receive your miracle or not, God is God. You think you are going to be the final proof that the divine and supreme being exists? If the people that need you as proof cannot look into the universe and see God, you are not going to be the proof. God is not about, Elédùmarè is not about to prove their existence because of you. So if you sit down and you say, you don't have, you have been doing Ifa, your ancestors are there. If you don't have, shame on your ancestors. There's no shame on anybody, it's shame on you. It is you. The universe does not need you to prove nothing. If you live in abundance and you do not have, the responsibility and the accountability is on you. It is on you. So if you are experiencing scarcity in your business, it doesn't mean defeat. Go and find out why you are experiencing it and fix it. And more than fixing it, find out how not to go back to that situation. Very important. Tí ọmọdé bá ṣubú, ó máa wo wájú, tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú á wẹ̀yìn. Thank you for that gift. If a child falls down, they look forward. If an adult falls out, they look back to see, how did I get there? The moment they find out how they got there, oh, this is how I will not go back into it. As you are finding solutions in Ifa, if your Babalawo or your Iyanifa did not remember to tell you how that problem came about, ask them. So this thing, why is it happening? What did I do wrong? Was it me? Was it this? Ask questions. Ifa is an embodiment of information. Ifa is not tired of your questions. Ask. And when they tell you, this is the ebo and to fix it, ask them again, how is it that I will, after this victory has come, tell me how not to get back into it. That's the point your Babalawo will say, continue to do this. Make sure you do this and this. Kojo from Accra, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. So that is how you apply this to your finances. Your personal growth, Ifa says, learn humility. Kneeling before women and people of authority, it represents gratitude to life itself. When you see a Babalawo, Iyanifa, an elderly traditional person in the villages, and they see a little girl passing and they say, Iyawa, to an 8-year-old, it's not because that 8-year-old girl is older than them or has achieved more things than them. They are respecting life itself. Àwọn Yawa, our mother, they are the ones that gave birth to us. They are respecting life itself through that child. Through that child. Someone says, how do I get in touch with you? The number that was just posted on your screen right now by Janet Africana, the comment just before your own, +234 808 417 2309. Copy it in that order. Copy it in that order. Copy it in that order. On TikTok, the number has been pinned on your screen. If you are catching a replay, it is all the information you need is in the description box. She's posting it again now. +234 808. The next one will be 417 and the last one will be 2309. She has posted it. So copy it in that order. We are not allowed to post it as a single word. Someone said, I want to check whether my wife has a different partner. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is now pinned on your screen. You will see the WhatsApp number written Iyanifa Ewa. How do we apply this to our personal growth? Ifa says humility, we have said that. How do we apply this to our spiritual life? Honor the feminine forces. Àwọn Iyami, Oshun, Yemoja, the mothers of divinity that holds this universe. Honor them. I've told you before and I will say it again. Don't wait until you do a divination, until you go for a reading or a divination or a consultation before you give ebo to àwọn Iyami. Do it constantly. It is never too much. Ètùtù that you give to àwọn Iyami, you do not need a divination to do it. That's a secret of life. Oh, you don't need a divination before you can do that. What time of the day can you send a message? Any time of the day that your phone is with you and you can press it, just send a message. You can't find the number. It will be posted on your screen now. The Iwure of this, the Iwure is how we make prayers in Yoruba land. So at the end of every essay, there will be an Iwure. There will be an Iwure at the end of every essay. Janet Africana, thank you so much. She's posting the number now. Just copy it the way she's writing it in bits. +234 808 417 and it ends with a 2309. We can't post it as a single number. The algorithm will not allow it. So copy it that way, beginning from +234, follow through to 8309. Now the prayer here says, we thank and honor our mothers that gave birth to us. May my mother and all mothers of the world find peace and joy. Ashe. May all the honor of women bring us new hope. Ashe. Let all our sacrifices be accepted and let our ori be lifted high. Ashe. Warning, àwọn ìyá wa, àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè, kẹ́ ẹ máa yọ́nú sí wa ní gbogbo ọ̀nà bí tá a bá kọjú sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Today we will take a little time to focus on àwọn ìyá mi during our Iba We are going to make it by the end of this, and we are going to focus on àwọn ìyá mi, àwọn t'Elédùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́. For those of you that are still angry with women, sorry to every woman that has hurt you in your life. On behalf of women all over the world, we join her to say sorry. Women are not evil people. Women are not terrible people. I'm sorry that your experience of women has not been too good. It is not, it doesn't, how would I put it? It's not a true representation of all of us as women. Sure, you have heard. Because I know some of you are angry with women. It's okay. Your mother hurts you. Your ex-girlfriend hurts you. The girl you met next door stole your money and went away. Your ex-girlfriend cheated on you, and then you think your anger is towards women. Don't worry, sir. On her behalf, we are sorry. She did not do it intentionally. And if she did, òun náà máa kó ní tiẹ̀ níwájú. Àṣepamọ́ ló wà, kò sáṣègbé. So forgive every woman that has hurt you. You understand, eh? And those of you that will watch this video in future and say, she's begging men, she's a pick me. They have already picked me. I already have a husband. And the person that picks me is not the kind of person that is picking all of you. It's a dibia that has picked me. Because I know they will come for this video and say, she's begging men. The men too do the same. Men too are doing. So because men are doing the same, we should justify that women are doing it. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? How did we become like this? On behalf of every woman too that a man has hurt you and you have joined association of men are evil. Men are bad. Men are not good people. They are good men. At least I'm surrounded by good men. My entire team is made up more of babalawos, and they are good men. My husband is a good man. I'm raising a good man as a son. Please, forgive us women. And men too, on the other side, we forgive you for all the hurt and pain. We have decided to start anew and afresh, looking at every human being with love in our heart, understanding that we are all flawed. People will make mistakes. The girl that hurts you, she's probably just projecting the hurt that she was raised with. Is that okay? The guy that hurts you, he's probably just projecting what he grew up to see. You understand? Sometimes people just don't want to be wicked. Nobody gains anything from it. They are just acting out what is in them. So on their behalf, we are sorry. We say sorry to you. I pray that you find healing anywhere that a woman has hurt you, that is making it difficult for you to see female the way you are supposed to see them and honor them the way you are supposed to honor them. We are sorry. It's not their fault. We pray that you find healing in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, to the money that you lost investing in women. Olódùmarè will bring it back to you. Ajé will bring it back to you. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ṣẹ́gbọ́. Is the fight over? Have we settled the fight now between male and female? Can we go on in life and just be normal people that love each other and build community the way Ifa has asked us to build it, and stop fighting gender war? When you see all those gender war videos, scroll and pass. It's a waste of your time. Nobody is going to win that war. Just scroll. Don't let anybody distract you on things that are important in life. Spend your data and your time reading and listening to other things that will make your life improve. Self-improvement, self-growth, teachings of Ifa. Leave those that are fighting. They are not healed though. They are pained though. When you listen to them, you know that underneath that campaign for man and woman that they are doing is pain, is unhealed wound, and is understandable. We understand. We pray that they find healing. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Someone says, you've been hustling for many years without anything better. You want to find Janet Africana, please post the WhatsApp number on the screen. While we round off today, let me remind you again, ifacolor.ng is the website. That is where you can pre-order the sacred text of Ifa. As we read it right now, this is an entire essay Ifa that we just read right now. You see how very explanatory it is. That is how the sacred text of Ifa coming from Ifa College. So you want to head over to the website ifacolor.ng and pre-order for your own copy. For women in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, I have a 30-day journal. It's also available on the website. You'll see it, Women in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, the 30-day mentoring journal, helping women to come to the understanding of who they are. Forget what this latest adopted tradition of Africa has told you about women. Let's find out, what does Ifa say about women? What did our Orisha say about women? Head over to the website ifakole.ng. You will find that there. This is Ìṣẹ̀ṣe for today, and this program is majorly for adults. But we have the daily guide too for children. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe for today for kids, age 3 to 6, age 7 to 12, and age 13 to the oldest child. It's on the website to ifakole.ng. You see Íṣẹ̀ṣe for today. You can access the one for your children, irrespective of your children's age. This knowledge of Ifa is brought to them in a way that children would understand it, they would appreciate it, they would remember it, and they can apply it to their lives. There are different courses on the website: Ifa studies for kids, Yoruba studies for kids, the 256 Odù Ifá mastery course, the Erin the Logun studies, Orisha herbalism and traditional medicine. Ifa will tell you. Somebody said Jesus is the only way. The way to where? Way to where? Where is Jesus taking you to? Where is he taking you to? Do you mind to explain? Where are you going to that you have lost the way, that you need somebody to take you? Where has he taken you to since the day you started following that way? We can see it. You don't need to answer us. We can see where Jesus has taken Nigeria and Africa to. And we are saying we no longer want to go there. Something funny that I saw on YouTube yesterday, on TikTok yesterday. Do you know that a man literally did a video and he brought all the certificate that church gave him? He brought it out and he said he's not doing again. He doesn't want to go to heaven again. Church should return all the money they've given him. Everything they promised him when he came, he did not get it. They promised him that God will supply all his needs. He's broke and he's hungry right now. They promised him that God will protect him. So many things has happened. The guy was literally asking for all his tithe and offering back. They should take their certificate and give it back to him. Where did Jesus lead him to? Nowhere. Bro has calculated it and he has thought that if he has invested all that tithe and offering into one business right now, into stocks and bonds, at least dividends will come. You are here telling me Jesus is the way. If it's the way, let him take you to where you are going. Some people are on the way to Ibadan from Lagos. You are seeing people that are going to Abuja, then you are shouting and telling them Ibadan is the way. How do they resist different places? You're on the way to take you to where. Congratulations, Madam Eugene, and Mr. Eugene. Some of us are not heading in that south direction you are going. Some of us are going up, forward, upward movements, and we have found the way. So let everybody go the way that pays them. As we round off this live streaming today, I'll be live again tomorrow. Íṣẹ̀ṣe for today holds Mondays to Fridays every weekday, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 1 a.m. on the EST. You'll be able to catch a replay if you join halfway or you're about to miss the episode. The replay will be available on our YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Let's spend the next few minutes paying homage to our mothers, àwọn ìyá mi, understanding the authority of who they are and what they represent, standing and telling them that we understand the power that they hold and who they are, and we have come to ask them for their mercy, for their grace, for their favor. Elédùmarè. Someone says you want to come to the college. Ifa College is an online learning platform. If you need a physical place to learn, you can reach out to any of the babalawos that have physical class. But Ifa College was created to help people in the diaspora, people with busy schedules, people that cannot physically walk into a shrine, for them to be able to learn. That is what Ifa College is bridging. So if you need a place to learn physically, then you can reach out to other Ifa priests or priestesses that do that. Someone said, what is this live chat about? Wow, this is Ifa College. We are speaking about Ifa and Íṣẹ̀ṣe and African spirituality and every other thing in between. The video will soon end, so you can just subscribe, okay? Stand for reals, subscribe, and then watch the replay. The replay will be available in like a couple of minutes. The replay should be available so you can watch it. Can you recommend a good babalawo? Oh, my entire team is filled with Babalawo, send a message on the WhatsApp number. Let me know what you need, and then I'll be able to recommend. If you need them for physical teaching, just send a message to the WhatsApp number on the screen. Ifa College is made up of 41 elders, including me. We have Babalawos there, Iyanifas, Babalorishas, Iyalorishas, àwọn àpẹtẹ̀bí, àwọn ìyá àbíyè, àwọn eléwé ọmọ, àwọn oníṣègùn, different people in different capacities. We have all come together to run this, and I am the visionary of this. Is that what it's called? Yes. Thank you very much. If you do not have any questions, let's round up by starting with Iba Tuawon Yami. Akodaye Asheba. As I make Iba, just type in the comment section Iba Ashe. Iba is IBA. Ashe is ASC. Iba Ashe means may our Iba will be accepted, our Iba will be granted authority, our Iba would have a seal on it. Where is your location? Just send a message to the WhatsApp number on your screen. Any other thing you need, please send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen so that we don't take too much of other people's time. Yeah, the WhatsApp number is pinned on your screen again. Just send a message. Akodaye Asheba, Asheba Sheda, Asheba Tiwaye Ojo o, Asheba Tiwo Oorun, Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, Asheba, Anikiba wa ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkí àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tó Elédùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, Àṣèbà yín o, Aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òró, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ tí ò jẹ́ kọ́mọ ó jábọ́, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ là wá lórí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ dá wa lóṣù, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ní ká máa ṣàwó, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tí ń jí ayé, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin tá a lè gbójú wojú yín, Àṣèbà, Àṣèbà, ẹ̀yin tá a lè gbéná wojú yín, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin ọ̀pàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, Àṣèbà, Àṣèbà, Àṣèbà. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin kúkúrú, arógbáṣọ má balẹ̀, arógbáṣọ má bọ̀tán, Àṣèbà yín o, Aníkíbà wá ṣe. Ẹ̀yin abiyamọ òdì ọ̀run, abiyamọ ayé, abiyamọ ọ̀run, abiyamọ ilẹ̀, Àṣèbà yín o, Aníkíbà wá ṣe. Ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì, Àṣèbà. Ọ̀sà méjì, Àṣèbà. Àpè yín fúnkú, àpè yín fárùn. Nítorí gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ síbí la ṣe pè yín. Ìbàlá wá ṣe o, Aníkíbà wá ṣe. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkí àlàkẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà ráyé ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, ẹ lànà ayé fáwa náà. Kẹ́ ẹ ṣe ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè fún, kẹ́ ẹ yọ́nú sí wa. Látọ̀tún àtòsì kẹ́ ẹ yọ́nú sí wa. Ẹ dà wá pọ̀ mọ́ ọmọ. Ẹ sọ wá di ọmọ, àwa náà fẹ́ di ọmọ àgbà, ká má ṣẹrun àgbà mọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkí àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin lẹ gbọ́mọ sẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó jábọ́, ẹ wá pọ̀n wá tilé tọmọ tọkọ tará tẹbí kẹ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ká jábọ́. Wọ́n lẹ́yìn lẹ ń gbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ tó ń ta tíwèrè, àwa ọmọ yín la tún ti ń pè ní báyìí pé ẹ wá gbóhùn wa, ẹ wá gbẹ́kún wa, kẹ́ ẹ wá filé ayé yẹ wá, kẹ́ ẹ wá fi ajé yẹ wá, kẹ́ ẹ wá fi ọlà yẹ wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní kò sí bọ́mọdé ṣe máa jẹ̀kọ́ tí ò ní ra lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo ibikíbi tó bá ti ń ra wa lọ́wọ́, ìyọ́nú yín, ẹ̀yọ́nú yín òun la béèrè fún, kẹ́ ẹ wá máa yọ́nú sí wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí tayé ṣe o, ẹ jẹ́ ká rí tayé ṣe o, ẹ jẹ́ ká rí ilé ayé gbé, ẹ jẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa kó máa yọrí sí rere láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkí àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin la pè. Ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òró, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ má bá wa jà àwọn ọ̀tá wa, àwọn tó ti yàn wá lọ́tà, àwọn tó dìde lòdì sí wa, àwọn ni kẹ́ ẹ bá wa bá jà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ẹ jẹ́ kó yọrí sí rere. Wọ́n ní rokàrokà tó bá ń rokà tí ò fi tàwọn ọ̀yà mi ṣe, ọkà wọn á máa rọ̀ pẹ̀tẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n ní gúnyángúnyán tó gúnyán tí ò fi tàwọn ọ̀yà mi ṣe, wọ́n níyan wọn á máa dí kókó. Ohun gbogbo orí tó péjọ pọ̀ lẹ́yìn, a ti wá fi tiyín ṣe, a ti ṣèbà fún yín, a ti fi tiyín ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ẹ jẹ́ kó máa yọrí sí rere. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń lù ú, ẹ jẹ́ kó máa dún fún wa. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń ja, ẹ jẹ́ kéwé máa jẹ́. ẹ jẹ́ kégbò máa tù fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àwa tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba ẹ jẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ níbẹ̀. Gbogbo àwa tá a ní ìdókòwò tá à ń ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká yé yẹ wá níbẹ̀. Ẹ bá wa pé àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórúkọ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé yìí, àwọn ni kán máa wá sọ́dọ̀ wa. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń jí ayé, ẹ fi ayé yẹ wá. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń jí ayé, ẹ fi ayé yẹ wá ní gbogbo ọ̀nà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa kó máa yọrí sí rere. Ká má tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ o, ká má taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ o, ká má rí ìbínú ẹ̀yin ìyá mi o. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi Ọ̀pàkí Àlàkẹ́, wọ́n ní tí àjẹ́ bá mu epo ojú ẹ̀ máa wálẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n ní tó ṣó bá mu epo ojú ẹ̀ máa wálẹ̀ ni. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi Ọ̀pàkí Àlàkẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ kó ojú yín wálẹ̀ lórí wa tọmọ tẹbí tará tilé tọkọtaya láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká má ríjà ayé o, ká má ríjà àwọn tó nílẹ̀ o, ká má ríjà àwọn tó Elédùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá wá rẹ́ni tó ń fẹjọ́ wa sùn, ẹ̀yin tó láyé ẹ̀yin tó nílẹ̀, ẹ sọ fún wọn páwa ti dọmọ àgbà wa ò kì í ṣẹran àgbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kẹ́ ẹ wá gbà lọ́wọ́ wa. Gbogbo ìpèsè tá à ń gbé, gbogbo ètùtù tán à ń gbé, ẹ má dá sí wa lára. Ẹ̀yin tó láyé ẹ̀yin tó nílẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ dá oṣù lé wa lórí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ní ká máa jẹ́ èèyàn, ẹ má dá sí wa lára. Ẹ gbà tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀, ẹ bá wa gbà tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀. Bó jẹ́ pé olókù ni ẹ bá wa gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, bójọ́ tí ló kù ni ẹ bá wa gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, bó jẹ́ kan ló kù ni, bójóbì ló kù ni ẹ bá wa gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ wá yọ́nú abiyamọ sí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé níbi tẹ́ ẹ ti jókòó sí, tẹ́ ẹ ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ayé, ẹ fọ̀nà hàn wá ńbẹ̀, ẹ fàyè gbà wá níbẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà rí bá ti ṣe, ká rọ́nà gbégbà, ká má báráyé fọwọ́ tì, ká má ríjà àgbàlagbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajé Ògúngúlùsọ oníṣọ ògbòjì, ajé àwa pè ẹ́ kó o bá wa nílé, kó o kò wá lọ́nà, kó o jókòó tì wá nílé, kó o sọ gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa, kó o sọ di irun, kó o sọ di gbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká má ṣì wí, ká má ṣì sọ, ká má ṣì jẹ, ká má ṣì ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí gbogbo ìrìn àjò wa, gbogbo ibi tó ń gbé wa lọ, kẹ́sẹ̀ wa má ṣì wá náà lọ níbẹ̀ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá wá rí ẹnikẹ́ni èèyàn kéèyàn tó ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ ìṣẹ̀dá wa, tó ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ àyànmọ́ wa, tó ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ ìpín wa, tá a wá nínú ìṣẹ̀dá wa tá a rí, ẹ̀yin tó láyé ẹ̀yin tó nílẹ̀, ẹ yà wá yarú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá rí àfọwọ́fà táwa náà ti lọ fọwọ́fà, tá a bá rí àṣírí tá a ti lọ sọ táyé fi ń bá wa jà, ẹ̀yin tó láyé ẹ̀yin tó nílẹ̀, ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè fún ọ. Kẹ́ ẹ dáríjì wá, kẹ́ ẹ dà wá pọ̀ mọ́ wọn ọmọ, kẹ́ ẹ sọ wá di ọmọ, kẹ́ ẹ yọ́nú sí wa. Ọmọdé ni wá, kò sí bá a ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ tá à ní ṣìwí. Ẹ̀yin tó láyé ẹ má fi ṣèbínú sí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa kẹ́ ẹ bá wa yọ́nú sí. Mo ṣèwúre fún gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo Iyanifa bàbá lóríṣà ìyá lóríṣà ìyá àpẹtẹ̀bí, ẹ̀yin oníṣègùn, ẹ̀yin eléwé ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ jókòó tẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ Ifá. Iṣẹ́ táwọn ìyá mi ti yọ́nú sí, òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa o. Iṣẹ́ tí àwọn ìyá mi ti parí, òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba, iṣẹ́ táwọn ìyá mi ti parí, òun lẹ máa rí, òun ló máa gbé síwájú yín. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ń ṣòwò, tẹ́ ẹ ń tà, atawarawara tajere báyìí Elédùmarè máa fi tiwa ṣe. Àní taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ o, àní rí àgbà fín o. Gbogbo bí tá a bá ti ń pàdé àwọn ìyá mi, lọ́mọ kékeré ni lágbàlagbà ni, a máa ṣèbá wọn, a máa ṣèkẹ́ wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá wá rí ọkùnrin kọkùnrin táwọn obìnrin ń bínú sí, táwọn tó láyé ń bínú sí, ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè fún wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ bá wa yọ́nú sí wọn. Àwa náà nìyá wọn, a ní kẹ́ ẹ bá wa yọ́nú sí wọn. Ẹ bá wa ṣe àfojúfò gbogbo àṣìṣe wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní fojú di ayé o, àní fojú di àwọn tó nílẹ̀ o. Èmi àti yín ò ní fojú di àwọn tó Elédùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́ o. Wọ́n á bá wa ṣe, Ifá á bá wa ṣe, Elédùmarè á bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn náà, wọ́n á dúró tì wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ ní tifá, àfọ̀ṣẹ ní tọ̀rúnmìlà. Èyí tá a wí lénìí, àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Torí wọ́n ní tí eyín iwájú bá gbé ẹran, tèrègì máa ń gbà á nì. Èyí tá a wí lénìí, àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbà á, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àṣẹ wàá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ, àṣẹ, àṣẹ. Someone is asking a question. If it was a pastor who blocked me because of question, we will criticize them. So who block you because of question? You'll be okay. That person will be okay. Why are you angry? Don't be angry. jèbùrẹ́ o, kẹ́ momi sí o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So Janet Africana will post the WhatsApp number for the last time on YouTube. Thank you for the teaching of Odù Irete Meji. You have been enlightened. Ifá báwaṣe, Elédùmarè abáwaṣe. Golden Light said, I have remembered to stay on my own lane. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká rọra máa fi ṣe, ṣóyé yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rọra máa fi ṣe o. Who is that person? If you want to criticize pastor for blocking you, wàhálà tí ẹ nìyẹn. We are not here to be doing back and forth. We will still block you again. Thank you. If you open 200 pages, we will block it. The block button is free to use. Eshe. Thank you so much for joining. Until tomorrow when we'll come your way again. Please, can you post the WhatsApp number on the screen so that people can copy it for the last time before we go? I'll be back again tomorrow for another episode of Ashe for today. 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 1 a.m. on the EST. And those of you on UK, it will be 5 a.m. now. I heard the time has changed, so it will be 5 a.m. now. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ire owó, ire ọlá, ire ọlá báyìí òun la máa bára wa ṣe. Don't forget to follow. Click on the plus sign to follow. It's very important. You like the content that you're watching, follow. You need a divination, send a message via the WhatsApp number, that is posted on your screen. Janet Africana, please, can you post it on WhatsApp, on YouTube for one more time before we go? Thank you so much. Amazing. You have really been amazing. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, your experience of Ifa will be wonderfully amazing. Someone said the fake nails. You see, that's the, what am I even saying? That is to show how unintelligent a lot of us are. My nails are all natural. I know you are not used to seeing beautiful natural nails like this, but some of us have this. Some of us are blessed with it. So, Soul's Mama, there is no fake nails here. The kind of work I do will not even allow me to be carrying plastic up and down. These are my natural nails, okay? I know you are not used to seeing it and you feel pained that people can have lovely, beautiful, natural nails like this, but don't worry, some of us have it. Is that okay? And to think that an adult will come to a space and be posting something like this, it shows how much knowledge we still need, how much knowledge and teaching we still need. It doesn't look good. If you are angry and you are pained, you don't need to project it on other people. Just pray for healing. Pray for healing. Is that okay? Bele, pray for healing. Olódùmarè will heal you. You will find healing. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you tomorrow. The WhatsApp number has been pinned one more time. If you are on YouTube, the WhatsApp number starts from 234-808-417-2309. And let me say this, not that there is anything wrong with people that fix nails extensions. They love it, they do it. Why should that even be a problem to anybody? But mine is 100% natural. Enjoy. Don't worry, I will record a video the day my nail tech comes to replace the nail polish so that you will see it. Those of you that are angry. And even if an Ifa priestess decides to fix nails, what is the problem? Why are you... These are not important things. So focus on how you will get knowledge and make your life better and build generational wealth for the people that are coming behind you. Focus on how you change the history of life. Focus on how you change it. The person said a comment doesn't mean pain. Yes, it doesn't mean pain. It sounds pained. It sounds like it. You understand? So we are praying for you that you find healing. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you so much for today. Someone says thank you so much. Oh, you have the same. Beautiful sister nail community. You are welcome. Thank you so much. And we will see you tomorrow. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ashe. Kífá ó bá ní ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣáwó kù sẹ́yìn.